Hello everyone, welcome back to the video lecture series on digital communications. In a practical communication systems, we are usually transmit a sequence of messages or sequence of symbols from source to destinations. So we are more interested on the average amount of information transmitted per individual message when compared to individual message. What is the average amount of information is transmitted for each message, right? So generally, how do we calculate the average value? So let us consider an example. So in this example, these are the marks, that means the student got the marks in the end semester examination. So here I am testing as four different subjects. So these are the marks obtained by the student. So how do you calculate the average mark of a particular student? So generally, average mark of the particular student is calculated as, which is equal to the sum of the marks, that is 95 plus 92 plus 88 plus 85 by, here number of subjects are 4, so which is equal to, you can use the calculator and simplify, you can get the answer is 90. So that is the general process to calculate the average, right? But in terms of communications, how do you calculate the average information per each message, right? So in a practical communication systems, we usually transmit the sequence of symbols or sequence of messages from the source, right? So entropy means the average information per individual message. Average information per individual message is called as entropy, right? So what is the mathematical formula for entropy? So here, before going to the mathematical formula, let us consider a simple example for better understanding. So here, the information source generates three messages, that is M1, M2 and M3. Those are independent. The information source generates the messages M1, M2, M3, which are independent messages, right? Now, what is the probability of occurrence of M1 message? The probability of occurrence of M1 message is 1 by 6, because here only one M1 message is there out of 6. Here the total number of messages are nothing but 6, right? So the probability of occurrence of M1 message is 1 by 6, whereas the probability of occurrence of M2 message is, here M2 messages are 2 are there, so it will becomes 2 by 6. Similarly, the probability of occurrence of M3 message, which is equal to 3 by 6. So you can see here, it is M3 1, this one is 2, this one is 3. So which is equal to, the probability of occurrence of M3 message is 3 by 6. Right? So once you know the probability, we need to calculate the amount of information associated with each message. Right? So let us see carefully. So P1 is nothing but 1 by 6, whereas P2 is 2 by 6, P3 is 3 by 6. Now how to calculate the amount of information? So the amount of information in M1 message, that means the first message, the amount of information in M1 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P1 base 2. Once if you know the probability of occurrence of event, the information is calculated as log of 1 by probability, right? Now similarly, the amount of information in one M2 message, the amount of information in one M2 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P2 base 2. The amount of information in one M2 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P2, right? So in this example, we are having as 2 M2 messages, right? So now the total amount of information total amount of information in all M2 messages. Total amount of information in all M2 messages, which is equal to here, the number of messages are 2 are there, so which is equal to 2 into log of 1 by P2 base 2. The total amount of information in all M2 messages is 2 log 1 by P2 base 2, because here 2 M2 messages are there, which is equal to 2 log 1 by P2 base 2. So which can be simply represented as, so 2 can be represented as 6 into 2 by 6 log 1 by P2 base 2. 6 into 2 by 6 log 1 by P2 base 2. Right? So what is meant by 6? 6 means the number of messages. 6 means the number of messages generated by the source. So this can be simply represented as, so 2 by 6. What is 2 by 6? 2 by 6 is nothing but P2. So which is equal to P2 into L log of 1 by P2 base 2. The total amount of information in all M2 messages, which is equal to P2 into L log of 1 by P2 base 2, where L is representing the number of messages emitted by the source. Right? Now, the amount of information in one M3 message. The amount of information in one M3 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P3 base 2. The amount of information in one M3 message is log of 1 by P3 base 2. Right? Now, the total amount of information in all M3 messages. The total amount of information in all M3 messages. In this example, 3 MC messages are there. So, which is equal to 3 into log of 1 by P3 base 2. 3 into log of 1 by P3 base 2. So, this 3 can be represented as, it is 3 into 6 into 6 log of 1 by P3 base 2. Right? So, there is no change from this place to this place. Right? So, 3 by 6. What is this 3 by 6? 3 by 6 is nothing but simply, this is P3, that is the probability of occurrence of third message. 6 means the number of messages, the total number of messages are L log of 1 by P3 base 2. So, this is the total amount of information due to all M3 messages, which is equal to P3 into L log of 1 by P3 base 2. Right? So, you can remember this part. The total amount of information due to all M3 messages are P3 into L log of 1 by P3 base 2. Right? Now, we will derive the mathematical formula for entropy. While deriving this formula, the previous example is very useful. Right? Now, we are considering as the source generates capital M different and independent messages. The source generates M different and independent messages that are nothing but M1, M2, M3 up to MM. So, M number of different messages are there with their respective probabilities are P1, P2, P3 up to PM. That indicates the probability of occurrence of M1 is P1, the probability of occurrence of M2 is P2, the probability of occurrence of M3 is P3, and so on. The probability of occurrence of last message, that is MM, is PM. Right? So, what is the meaning of statement is, that is P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus PM, which is equal to 1. The sum of the probability is always 1. Right? Now, we can assume that the source generates L number of messages. We are assuming, let us assume that in a long interval, in a long interval, the source generates L number of messages. Here L is always greater than capital L. We are assuming that the source generates L number of messages. That means the total number of messages are L. Here L is greater than M. Right? So where capital M represents the number of different messages generated by the source, and capital L represents the total number of messages emitted from the source. Right? So in the previous case, L means, in the previous example, if you remember, L means the total number of messages are nothing but 6. What is capital M? Capital M is nothing but only 3. That is M1, M2 and M3. Okay? Right. Now, what is the total amount? That is the amount of information in one M1 message. The amount of information in one M1 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P1 base 2. The amount of information in one M1 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P1 base 2. Right? The total amount of information in all M1 messages. The total amount of information in all M1 messages, which is equal to, if you remember the previous case, it is P1 into L log of 1 by P1 base 2. If you remember the previous example, which is equal to P1 into L log of 1 by P1 base 2. Right? Similarly, the amount of information in one M2 message. The amount of information in one M2 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P2 base 2, because P2 is nothing but the probability of occurrence of one M2 message. Right? Now, the total amount of information, in all M2 messages, all means all M2 messages, the total amount of information in all M2 messages, which is equal to P2 into L log of 1 by P2 base 2. If you remember the previous case, so P2 into L log of 1 by P2 base 2. Right? Similarly, the amount of information in one M3 message, the amount of information in one M3 message, which is equal to log of 1 by P3 base 2, because the probability of occurrence of third message is P3. Right? The total amount of information in all M3 messages, which is equal to P3 into L log of 1 by P3 base 2. The total amount of information in all M3 messages, which is equal to P3 into L into log of 1 by P3 base 2. Right? Similarly, so on. Now, the total amount of information in all the messages is nothing but the amount of information due to all M1 messages plus the amount of information due to all M2 messages plus the amount of information due to all M3 messages, and so on up to the last. That is the total amount of information due to all MM message. Right? So, which is equal to the total information due to all messages. So, which is equal to I suffix T, that is P1 into L log of 1 by P1 base 2 plus P2 into L log of 1 by P2 base 2 plus P3 into L log of 1 by P3 base 2 up to so on. The last one is Pm into L log of 1 by Pm base 2. That is the total amount of information is nothing but the amount of information due to all M1 messages plus the amount of information due to all M2 messages plus the amount of information due to all M3 messages and the amount of information due to all MM messages. Right? Now, what is entropy? Entropy means average information per individual message. How to calculate the average information? So entropy. So the notation for entropy is H, which is equal to total information divided by total number of messages. Total number of messages. So entropy is nothing but the total amount of information due to all messages divided by the total number of messages. So which is equal to the total information, that is IT. The total amount of information is IT by total number of messages. There are L number of messages are there. The source generates capital L number of messages. So H equal to IT, that is total amount of information by L. Right? So which is equal to, what is IT? IT means the total information P1L log of 1 by P1 base 2 plus P2L log of 1 by P2 base 2 plus and so on plus PML log of 1 by PM base 2. Right? So that is IT, the total information divided by the total number of messages, which are nothing but L. The total number of messages are L. So H is equal to, if we take L and cancel, so this is, so your values are like this. So which is P1 log 1 by P1 base 2 plus P2 log of 1 by P2 base 2 plus and so on plus last one is PM log of 1 by PM base 2. So which can be represented as sigma K equal to 1 to M, because there are M number of messages are there. PK log 1 by PK base 2. H equal to sigma K equal to 1 to M PK log 1 by PK base 2. Right? So if you extend, if you substitute K equal to 1, P1 log 1 by P1. If you substitute K equal to P2 log 1 by P2. If you substitute K equal to M, PM log 1 by PM. Right? So that is the summation. The entropy H equal to sigma K equal to 1 to M PK log 1 by PK base 2. So this can be further modified as sigma K equal to 1 to M PK log of 1 by PK can be represented as PK inverse base 2. 1 by PK can be represented as, that is simply PK inverse. So bring this minus 1 to front side. Bring this minus 1 to front side. So which can be represented as minus sigma K equal to 1 to M pk log pk base 2. H, that is entropy H equal to minus sigma k equal to 1 to m pk log pk base 2. So that is the one. Another one is like this. So these are the mathematical formula for entropy. So we can use these formulas depending upon the type of problem. Right? So what are the units for entropy? The units for entropy is, if you remember, H equal to, we are represented as the total amount of information IT by L. IT means the total amount of information. Information is measured in terms of bits. L means the number of messages. So the units for entropy is bits per message. The units for entropy is bits per message. So this is the mathematical derivation for entropy. So the next one is the properties of entropy. The first property is, if there is only a single possible message, what is the entropy of the message? If there is only single possible message, the meaning of the statement is, that is the number of messages, that is the number of messages, m equal to 1 and the probability pk equal to 1, because only one message is there, right? So entropy, we know the formula for entropy, H equal to only one message is there, so it can be simply pk log 1 by pk base 2. Only single possible message there, so pk log 1 by pk base 2. So the value of pk is 1, substitute 1 log of 1 base 2. So log 1 base 2 is 0. So that means entropy becomes simply 0. What is the meaning of the statement? If there is a single possible message, the reception of the message conveys no information. If there is only a single possible message, the reception of the message conveys no information. So that is the first property. Second property is, if all the probabilities are 0 except for one, that must be unity. That indicates here m number of messages are there. Out of those m number of messages, one of the message probability is 1, remaining all others are zeros. The meaning of the statement is, that is the probability of first message, one of the message we are assuming as 1, whereas the remaining messages P2 equal to P3 equal to up to so on Pm equal to 0. That is the meaning of the statement. If all the probabilities are 0 except for one, which must be unity, that indicates the probability of occurrence of one of the message is unity, whereas remaining all are zeros, right? So how to calculate entropy? So H equal to, you know the formula, sigma k equal to 1 to m pk log 1 by pk base 2. H equal to sigma k equal to 1 to m pk log 1 by pk base 2, right? You can simply substitute it. It equal to p1 log of 1 by p1 base 2, 1 by p1 base 2 plus remaining all are zeros, that is limit p tends to 0, limit p tends to 0, p2 log of 1 by p2 plus and so on pm log of 1 by pm base 2, pm log of 1 by pm base 2. So this total value becomes 0. This term simply becomes 0. So you can simplify as substitute P1 equal to 1, so it is 1 log of 1 base 2. So which is equal to simply 0. So if all the probabilities are 0 except for 1, which must be unity, it represents the entropy becomes 0. Right? Third property is, if there are m equally likely messages, that is capital M number of messages are there which are equally likely, then the entropy is maximum. That means entropy becomes maximum whenever all the messages are equally likely. That indicates we need to prove this statement. So H equal to log m base 2. If there are m equally likely messages, the meaning of the statement is the probability of occurrence of first message, the probability of occurrence of second message, the probability of occurrence of third message, and so on, equal to probability of occurrence of mth message, which is equal to 1 by m. The meaning of the statement is the probability of occurrence of first message, that is P1 equal to 1 by m, the probability of occurrence of, that is P1 equal to 1 by m, the probability of occurrence of second message P2 equal to 1 by m, similarly the probability of occurrence of last message Pm equal to 1 by m. So is given as m equally likely messages are there, that indicates P1 is 1 by m, P2 1 by m, similarly last message Pm is also 1 by m. Right? So we need to calculate the entropy. How to calculate entropy? We know the formula H equal to sigma K equal to 1 to m Pk log 1 by Pk base 2. Pk log 1 by Pk base 2. So you can expand the same function, becomes P1 log of 1 by P1 base 2 plus P2 log of 1 by P2 base 2 plus and so on, plus Pm log of 1 by Pm base 2. Right? So substitute the probability values. What is the value of P1? P1 is nothing but 1 by m, log of 1 by P1 becomes m base 2. Remember, the probability of occurrence of the first message is 1 by m. Right? So 1 by P1 becomes m. Similarly, the value of P2 is 1 by m log of m base 2. Plus and so on. The probability of occurrence of last message, that is mth message, is 1 by m log of m base 2. Right? So you can add these all. How many number of messages are there? There are m number of messages are there. So which is equal to m by m log m base 2. So here m and m are get cancelled. So the answer is log m base 2. That is the entropy H equal to log m base 2. Fourth property is your entropy is lies between 0 to log m base 2. So that is entropy is always lies between 0 to log m base 2. So that means the minimum value of entropy is 0, whereas the maximum value of entropy is log m base 2. The next definition is rate of information. Till now we formulated entropy, that indicates average amount of information per message. Right? Now, what do you mean by rate of information? Rate of information means the number of bits per second. That is, the amount of information is measured in terms of bits per second. So, let us say the source generates R number of messages per second. The information source generates smaller number of messages per second. Then the rate of information is nothing but average number of bits per second. Information rate is defined as the average number of bits per second. So the rate of information represented with capital R, which is equal to small r into h, where h is the entropy, small r is r number of messages per second, right? So the units for r is nothing but messages per second, whereas the units for h is bits per message. The units for entropy is bits per message. So here message get cancelled. So the units for r, that is rate of information, is bits per second, right? So r equal to small r into h, the information rate. The units for information rate is bits per second. We will solve some of the problems based on the entropy. Let us consider the first problem. Consider a source with alphabets S1, S2 and S3 that indicates, so three alphabets are there with the probabilities P1 equal to 1 by 4, that is the probability of occurrence of S1 message is 1 by 4, the probability of occurrence of S2 is 1 by 4 and the probability of occurrence of S3 is 1 by 2, right? So find the entropy. So he is given three messages with the respective probabilities. How to calculate the entropy? So we know the mathematical formula, H equal to sigma K equal to 1 to m Pk log 1 by Pk base 2. So here three messages are there. You can expand this one, which is equal to P1 log of 1 by P1 base 2 plus P2 log of 1 by P2 base 2 plus P3 log of 1 by P3 base 2. Here three messages are there, right? So substitute the probabilities values, which is equal to the value of P1 is 1 by 4. So it is equal to 1 by 4 log of P1 value is 1 by 4. 1 by P1 becomes simply 4, that is 4 base 2 plus P2 is given as 1 by 4, so it is 1 by 4 log of, so P2 is 1 by 4, 1 by P2 becomes simply 4, so it is 4 base 2 plus P3 value is 1 by 2 log of 1 by P3 becomes 2 base 2. Simply substitute the values in the given formula, which is equal to 1 by 4 log 4 base 2. The log 4 can be represented as log of 4 means it is 2 power 2 base 2 plus 1 by 4 log of 2 power 2 base 2 plus 1 by 2 log of 2 base 2. 4 means 2 power 2, so I can simply substitute. So the entropy H equal to 2 by 4 log 2 base 2 plus 2 by 4 log 2 base 2 plus 1 by 2 log 2 base 2. Okay, so this can be simplified as, so 2 by 4 means it is 1 by 2, log 2 base 2 is nothing but 1, plus 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, so log 2 base 2 is 1, so it is simply 1, plus this one is 1 by 2, log 2 base 2 value is 1, so this can be simplified as 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, so which is equal to 3 by 2, so that is 1.5 bits per message. The units for entropy is bits per message, so which is equal to H equal to 1.5 bits per message. That is the answer, right? So we will solve another example. So consider example number 2. So here 6 possible outcomes are there. That indicates an event has 6 possible outcomes with the probabilities are P1 is 1 by 2, that is the probability of occurrence of first event is 1 by 2, the second one is 1 by 4, third one is 1 by 8, fourth one is 1 by 16, fifth one is 1 by 32, and the sixth one is 1 by 32. Right? So you can calculate the entropy and the rate of information. So in this problem, we want to calculate entropy and the rate of information. Right? So how to calculate entropy? So we know the formula for entropy, H equal to sigma K equal to 1 to m Pk log 1 by Pk base 2. Sigma K equal to 1 to m Pk log Pk base 2. So which is equal to H equal to, you can expand it, there are 6 messages are there, that is P1 log of 1 by P1 base 2 plus P2 log of 1 by P2 base 2 plus P3 log of 1 by P3 base 2 plus P4 log of 1 by P4 base 2 plus P5 log of 1 by P5 base 2 plus P6 log of 1 by P6 base 2. Because here 6 possible outcomes are there, so you can expand the entropy equation up to 6 messages. Right? So you can substitute the values of P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6 in this formula. So P1 is 1 by 2. So it is P1 is nothing but 1 by 2 means 1 by P1 becomes 2. Similarly P2 is 1 by 4. So 1 by P2 becomes 4. Okay, substitute the probabilities values in the entropy formula. So your H becomes H equal to P1 log 1 by P1. So that is 1 by 2 log 2 base 2 plus P2, that means 1 by 4 log 1 by P2, that is 4 base 2 plus P3 log 1 by P3. So P3 means 1 by 8. P3 is 1 by 8 log 8 base 2 plus P4. P4 is 1 by 16 log 16 base 2 plus P5. P5 is 1 by 32 log of 32 base 2 plus P6 is 1 by 32 log 32 base 2. So this can be further simplified as H equal to 1 by 2 log 2 base 2, which is equal to 1 plus 1 by 4. Okay, entropy H equal to P1 log 1 by P1, so which is equal to 1 by 2 log 2 base 2 plus P2, that is 1 by 4 log 4 base 2 plus P3, that is 1 by 8 log 8 base 2 plus P4 is 1 by 16 log 16 base 2 plus P5. P5 is 1 by 32 log 32 base 2 plus P6 is 1 by 32 log 32 base 2. Right? So the equation can be simplified as H equal to 1 by 2 log 2 base 2. Log 2 base 2 value is 1 plus 1 by 4 is as it is log 4 base 2. This can be represented as log of 4 means 2 power 2 base 2 plus 1 by 8. Here log 8 base 2. So 8 can be represented as 2 power 3. 2 power 3 base 2 plus 1 by 16 log 16. 16 is nothing but 2 power 4 base 2 plus 1 by 32 log of 32 means 2 power 5 base 2 plus 1 by 32 log of 2 power 5 base 2. Right? So every time you can simplify like this. So here it is, bring these 2 to front side, so it will becomes 2 by 4. Right? So 2 by 4 log 2 base 2 is 1. Here also you can bring this 3 to front side, so it will becomes 3 by 8. Log 2 base 2 becomes 1. Here bring 4 to front side, so it is 4 by 16 log 2 base 2. Whereas here bring 5 to front side, 5 by 32 log 2 base 2. Similarly here also you can bring 5 front side is 5 by 32 log 2 base 2. Right? So which is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 plus 2 by 4 into 1 plus 3 by 8 into 1, because log 2 base 2 is 1, plus 4 by 16 log 2 base 2 is 1, plus 5 by 32 log 2 base 2 is 1, plus 5 by 32 log 2 base 2 is 1. So you can simplify the equation, you can get which is equal to 1 by 2 plus 2 by 4 means 1 by 2 plus 3 by 8 plus 4 by 16 means 1 by 4 plus 5 by 32 plus 5 by 32. Okay, so simply you can use the calculator and find the answer. So the second parameter is we need to calculate the rate of information. Rate of information r equal to small r into h. Right? What is small r? Small r means the number of outcomes. The number of outcomes from the source. And h means the entropy. It is which is equal to 31 by 16 and the r value is 16. So which is equal to 31 bits per second. The value of r is 31 bits per second. So that is the way how to solve the problems on intro. Okay. So you can try these assignment problems and practice it, how to calculate the entropy and rate of information for different problems. Okay. So you can try to solve these all. Thank you.